All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mindcrack. That's right. Here we are. Is this copper stuff already going so fast that I... Okay, no, yeah, we need weathered. We need the full wax. The full oxidized. For these guys. Okay. You're good. Now the copper is farther apart, it's oxidizing quicker. Who knew? J-Luce knew. But yeah, back on the Mindcrack server. And we're gonna get set up with our next step, which is going to be grinding it out. I think some people are yelling in the hallway outside my room, but here we are. Get some torches, get geared up, and what we are going to do is we are going to make a pilgrimage to a nearby mountain site. Oh, we do need this iron for powering the beacon. Because what we're gonna do is we really need that deep slate emerald. In order to do that, that spawns in mountains only. So that is where we are headed. And there's a mountain. It's just right over here. Check the biome, then we'll get to work. The real question, let me look this up. Is how the beacons work. Okay. Beacon effects do work like 50 blocks or so underneath. And that's fine because we're not really going to be much more than 50 blocks anyway. At least initially. I guess, let me look at best. We actually do need to be at deep slate. Okay. We will be digging down a chute. Yeah, we want to be digging right around Y0, you know, the deep slate regular stuff border. So this should be meadow. Emerald ore. Yeah, look at all this research I totally did ahead of time. Mountains and windswept hills biomes. Does this not count? Do the plains of snow not count? I guess not. I guess we need a mountain. So fine. Yeah, this isn't big enough. Let's consult the map. Okay, yeah. There's a big old mountain not far from here. So just about 1,000 blocks. I think that is its beginnings. I thought so. I just wanted to orient myself. Yeah, this mountain. Right here. I think this will qualify. Just saying. Give us that haste mode. Don't have a shovel. That's annoying. Left it behind on accident. But we have the technology. Yay. I mean, if this isn't a mountain, I don't know what is, y'all. But it's not. It's still ice spikes. This is snowy slopes. Okay, it looks like meadows would have been okay too. But this is just... Oh, Lord. We're being safe. You know what I mean? It's about to go down, as in we're gonna dig down. Why don't we do it here? Yoink. So let's dig down to like Y10. And then we'll excavate the area where the beacon lives. And then we'll introduce ourselves to our new home. If I just randomly break into Deep Slate Emerald, that'd be the... Oh, Lord. Coup of the century. Come on, hey. Okay. Okay. So we got all this iron in the last episode. Now we are going to utilize it. Do what we can. And one of the most grindy stretches of this exercise we have remaining. Look at our inventory, somehow already full. Okay. Almost there. Okay. So we need to break this out. And then we'll put the beacon in. So, of course I'm going to talk about the big news of the week here. I just wanted to get this part out of the way. So this needs to be 9 by 9. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and we're just going to be wasting resources, you betcha. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to need to get a lot bigger. But then just imagine the power. The power! Don't have them breaking, though, so you need to watch that. 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Beacons are big, y'all. Remember the Season 8 server where one Skypost promised us he'd make a netherite beacon? I do. I've not forgotten this promise. We're still waiting. It's like, I kind of need a whole other stack of these, but I have them. Yeah, so listen, I don't know if this is going to get finished this episode. I don't know how many episodes it's going to take. It's going to be like the ancient debris mining, you know? It's just, I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, we only need to find one. But we also need deep slate coal and regular diamonds and regular redstone ore, I think. But we'll just mine down from here and radiate out. That's kind of the play, man. How about that grind? So we're not on 1.21 yet. Maybe we will by the time my next episode happens. Might be a while. But 1.21. So apparently Cheese brought us to our attention on Saturday that an entirely new special version of Q3 needs to be made so we all don't lose our progress here on the server. And let me tell you, if I had lost my progress in Q3 on the server when they updated, it would have been the end of my Mindcrack series. It would have been like when they took Wilson Hall away from Kurt in Season 4, you know? Took away Gardax's Q3 in Season 10. Just as heartbreaking. I think we all can agree on that. But yeah. Oh, shnikes. Well, what's more annoying? Probably building a shaft all the way up again. Damn it. I forgot about that part. Look, there's too many goddamn items. Okay. Alright. I dug it the wrong direction. Should have been going the other way. Very dumb and very lame. Okay, okay, okay. Mine it up. Mine it up. The Olympics are starting. I'm a sucker for the Olympics. The Olympics are the greatest. Just the passion, the love that the competitors have for the game, the fact that they train so hard and are constantly pushing themselves, the diversity, everything about the Olympics. Real great. Count me in. Okay, so in order for us not to forget where this shit is going, I didn't need to cut out this row, I guess. I didn't need to move over as much as I thought. We need to do this. No, I do, because okay. Okay, that's what we need. So that, and we need this and this. Okay, okay. Okay, boom, boom. And 1, 2, 3, this needs to be 7 by 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes. Boom. And then in here, needs this. Okay. Should have had the exact number needed. Like literally the exact number needed. And of course I put this in the wrong fucking place. Ugh, fuck. I still fucked it up. Fuck. Needs to be one. Okay. Okay. I could see all you people dying inside now. Why am I always... Don't want you. Thank you. I was like, I felt like it needed to be 1 over. Just one this direction. Beacon's hard. Beacon's hard. Math hard, etc. Then we'll just get to dig away to our heart's content. Okay. Goddamn spider eyes. Do you know you can eat them? Pretty cool, the things you can do in this game. Just get out of here, snowballs. Okay. Okay. Fuck off. Haste 2. We did it! Let's go. Chaos begins. Okay. So, we've had a lot of political episodes in a row because politics stuff just keeps happening. Can you believe it's basically been a month since the Biden debate that I think we can all reasonably say went not great for Biden. This is a potential deep slate coal spot, but no. And we talked a lot about, look, we need to drop out, like, he needs to drop out of this race. He doesn't have it. He's losing. Doesn't look like he has it in him to be able to turn it around. Like, that's just what it comes down to. He just doesn't have it anymore. I think he's done a good job, but for the good of America, he needs to step aside. And guess what? Everyone, guess what? Oh man, this pick is getting 8. Excuse me. I mean, we don't need soap touch necessarily if we're discerning customers here. And guess what? It happened, well, just like I learned about Trump almost getting assassinated, which was only about 9 days ago, by the way, that Trump was almost assassinated. Just want to reiterate that. It was only like 9 days ago that happened. I learned that in Good's Twitch chat. J. Luce thought it was only proper that I was informed while in the middle of the Peaks and Valleys live UHC, which was it's a fun watch. Check it out. That if I was informed there about Biden stepping down. And to be honest, it was surprising that what finally happened, but it wasn't that surprising because people had really been pushing for it hard. Fact of the matter is, he was just too old. And definitely some questions on the part of his staffers who had more information than we did about where he was at mentally, but it was clear Biden could not run a normal campaign. He just couldn't do it. And it's sad. And look, being president of the United States is a hard job, especially when you take it seriously. So I feel for the guy. I really do. Some people have been more saying, oh, he was absolutely pushed out. I mean, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, but at the end of the day, this was his decision. You know? It was his choice. It was his call. And he made a big, heroic call. The other problem then was, well, who's going to be his successor? Guys, it was obviously going to be Kamala. She's the fucking vice president. What is the vice president here for, if not to do something like this? Like, hello? Like, it's not going to be some random governor. And already in the 48 hours, it is proven that there was absolutely no problem at all with her. she is absolutely crushing it. And honestly, she just feels like just a breath of fresh air is the best way that I could put it. Just a breath of fresh air. Like, she just brings, she's a black woman, so that's new. But she just brings different energy. Just new, exciting energy. This is actually... We're really going to need to go get a Breaking 3, aren't we? Because these are just getting eaten up. Holy shit. And you can see it pretty clearly. And everything... And in all the speeches and all the appearances, she just feels like such a breath of fresh air to the bullshit hell that we've been in ever since Trump came down that escalator. It's just refreshing. It's just refreshing to see her. And I mean, the fundraising numbers have been throughout the roof, and people were even skeptical before. Have been convinced now. I mean, let me go put a Mindcracker on blast here. But I think this sums up a lot of people are thinking, because, listen, Democrats think rightly we're fucking terrified. So, July 5th, Michael, Democrats, can we talk? Stop. Just fucking stop. Get behind the current leader of the party and stop trying to sabotage his run. We should be worried about any kind of alternative. Then take the next 4 years and figure out who should lead the party then. Flip ahead to yesterday. Having a fresh start only a few months before election feels so good and should honestly be standard. Yeah. Let's do primaries in July. I think everyone would support that, but the primaries take... The way our primary system is set up, which I think actually ranked choice voting would be the prime way to alleviate the primary. But it does take some time. But anyway, regardless, Biden made a very courageous decision. You do not see world leaders relinquish power voluntarily. You just don't see it. And at the end of the day, he could have held on and gone down with the ship, but he didn't. And he gave us all a chance to rally behind his vice president, who everyone's realizing, why didn't I like her again? Like, she's just a, nice, charismatic, normie Democrat. Also, we have the new angle of she's a prosecutor. And Trump is literally a convicted felon. Literally. Like, we're not kidding. And that's like, Stormy Daniels stuff is like the least interesting stuff he's done. There was the whole, attacking the Capitol thing. And not caring about if his vice president got assassinated thing. Or lynched, more accurately. That's what they're going to do with Pence. So it's given me hope. It's given me a ton of hope. When we get closer to election, I'm gonna, do what campaigning I can, try and make a difference that I can, because as I said, these electoral college, Colorado's fate is already assured. We're gonna be doing the right thing. We're gonna be voting for Kamala Harris, but election is really gonna come down to basically, is it 6 or 7 if we include North Carolina? It's gonna come down to. It's actually insane just how quickly these picks have broken. Like, holy shit. Yeah, it's going to come down to the trio of Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and then the Sun Belt 4 of Arizona, Nevada, Georgia, and North Carolina. Like, every other state is basically already decided. I don't know, maybe throw in Nebraska and Maine's single electoral districts in there if you're feeling frisky. Those could potentially go different ways, but you know, those are the only states that are going to decide the election. So, J. Lucen Good, congratulations, high voting power. There was a brief moment in Obama's 2 elections where Colorado was a swing state. And then we weren't, because we were just a red state that was rapidly becoming a blue state. And that was all there was to it, really. You know, I didn't really think of a way out of here because I'm just shocked by how... Really? All the times and places for the appearance of the Gravel Man. But yeah, this is what my life's gonna be now. This is how it's gonna be. Well, we're gonna have to come back with a fucking ladder, that's for sure. You know how much people love them ladders. But yeah, but I think this whole thing is just, it's made decent people feel hope. Like, we feel hope that this world that we saw during the debate of, you know, 2 old men who can't string sentences together, you know, just ranting incoherently, that doesn't have to be our future. Like, that's not the America that we have to have. Like, we can have the America where Kamala Harris is president. And you can say that sounds a little cringe or whatever, but really she just represents moving on past this. It's going to be, you know, decade-long nightmare that has pushed American democracy to its breaking point. Quite literally, as we saw on January 6th. It just gives everybody hope that we're going to be able, it just gives everyone hope that it's possible, that we're going to be okay, that we are going to have a positive future. And I'll give Joe Biden all the credit for stepping aside. I don't subscribe to the cynical interpretation or whatever that, like, he was gonna, you know, stick it out to the end. Because look, it's really hard to give up power and recognizing you're aging, especially when you're sitting here saying, I'm the fucking president and I beat Trump. Like, I don't think many people could have beaten Trump in 2020. And if Trump would have won in 2020, you know, talking irreparable damage, probably. And it was a fucking nail biter. And, you know, Trump was a monster and a juggernaut. And so difficult to beat. Hey, there's Deep Slate Emerald down there. I don't know. Like, I think Trump in 2020 got more votes than anybody had ever gotten before in history. And Biden still got even more than he did. Oh, fuck off. Really? Right at the fucking finish line here? Fuck you. And yeah, Biden took him down. So it was a crazy month, and man, there were some weeks where it was rough. It was just bad news after bad news after bad news. But now it just feels like we've wiped the slate clean, and you can tell the Republicans are scared. You know, I don't think they ever thought that Biden would step down. I don't think they thought that was going to happen. They just couldn't understand somebody doing that. And I think I might need some leather. The main issue that they had, the Republican, they don't understand doing something for the greater good of the country. Like they can't possibly imagine somebody saying, I have to do this thing because it'll help America, even if it lowers my power. That's just not in their vocabulary. So they couldn't imagine that somebody would be able to make that selfless of a decision. And they've also not been able to, they completely allowed themselves to be infected by this malignant force that's Trump. Because make no mistake, there are two categories of Republicans, and there's the true just insanos like Trump, who have just truly and completely, there's a moon portal up here. Truly, completely, utterly lost it. They've lost the plot. They're just utterly insane. And to think Trump has become one of these insanos, but he was originally just a grifter who is trying to use the presidential run. Like, there's a lot of reporting that he did not expect to win in 2016, but now that he has, he doesn't want to let it go. Also because he's a huge narcissist. Like, why did he immediately repeat? I remember it was early. Yeah, I mean, it can keep its secrets. It was the early morning on, 3 a.m. or so, the day of the 2020 election, and Trump comes out and says, frankly, we did win this election. And that was a Tuesday. Of course, the election was not called until Saturday, which was because primarily in Pennsylvania, mail-in ballots, which of course expanded heavily due to, the whole global pandemic, were not allowed to be counted before Election Day because of a law passed by the Republican Congress. Oh, our sniffer. We can visit our sniffer. Glad he's doing well. Glad he's still alive. Hey, sniffer! Glad you're well. Specifically to try and cast doubt on the results of the election, because they knew most Republicans didn't believe that COVID was real, so they were going to go vote in person instead of voting the safer way. Look, the whole 2020 election campaign was, I won't say well plotted out, but it was plotted out. Let's keep it at that. People were thinking about it. Oh, wait. If I already have this, don't we just need, at least get one item today. Ta-da. Yeah, but again, I'm just bringing all this up so everybody knows the score, okay? So everybody knows the score. Everybody knows what we're up against. But then, almost worse than the Captain Insanos, like Trump, who really believe the insanity that they speak, are the people like J.D. Vance. And I felt like I went in on J.D. Vance very well my last political episode, not the Witherbusters one, but the one before that, because you see, and I saw a clip of some interview, and Trump's just sitting there saying crazy things about like wind power being a hoax and all this stuff. Like, J.D. Vance is a smart man. He is a smart man. Much smarter than Trump. Although Trump has a particular level of insane street smarts. Like, he is occasionally actually quite funny. And things like that. This also gives us an opportunity to check out the new Nether Tunnel. That's Sakana, and I really don't want to forget this guy's name, so let's not forget this guy's name, shall we? Jad. And his Discord is broken? I don't know. I don't know what happened to Jad. The 5-0 caught up to him. Well, this is gonna be fucking revolutionary. Hot damn. Comp's favorite part of these episodes just got chopped. The Nether Tunnel is gone. Okay. Suspicious stew boat. Yeah, you go this way because nobody in the planet's ever gonna go that way. Interesting that the carpet really just stops the movement like that. And he's sitting here and he's listening to Trump say all this insane shit. And he's got to be thinking, this man is insane. And as I said, he said so himself in 2016. But he's here because he thinks Trump is his ticket to power. This is his way to power and getting to do whatever horrible, racist, nativist shit that he can think, evil shit he can think of. That's why Trump's here. And because Trump's this malignant force that has a built-in, like 20% of the American public just heads over heels in love with him for whatever goddamn reason. All these people are hitching their wagon to him to get all their evil shit accomplished. Oh, I don't want to go here yet. Shit. I don't have the Unbreaking books yet. Back we go. Is it going the right way? I think so. Yeah. Easy. So, and now they picked Vance. Apparently, it was Don Jr. who really pushed Vance, because they thought for sure, and you could tell by the tenor of the RNC, like they thought the election was over. They thought they'd already won. And against Biden, it's true. It's the truth. But now they're pretty fucking panicked. And I think even a lot of Democrats have been surprised by this new feeling that they have watching Kamala, and it's literally hope. Like the first thing Michael said about like Biden's the leader of the party. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's the leader of the party. We don't have time for this infighting. And our people thought that way. It was pure fear talking. Straight up fear. That's what was on their minds. Nothing but fear. But now people are starting to hope again. And look, if we get our shit together, I mean, it's really unbelievable the stakes we're talking here. Because if Trump wins again, he might be able to solidify a minoritarian rule through appointments of more Supreme Court justices and things like that that will lock the United States, even as it becomes more and more liberal, into a conservative framework even long after he's dead. But if we kick him to the curb, the clock's going to run out on him being able to dodge all these January 6th trials and everything. The clock's going to strike midnight on that, and I mean, God willing, he might actually face some real fucking consequences for the first time in his life. And 20 years from now, we'll always be wondering how so many Americans fell for just the most obvious narcissistic grifter on the planet. I mean, I think the answer is a lot of them know and they don't care. It's just, for them, it's just about the racism and the sexism and making other people feel as bad as they feel. Sticking it to the people. And you know what? To those people, fuck you. I mean, it's just... And then, you have the prospect that Kamala could be president for 8 years. I mean, that would be the dream. And that would also mean that, with the exception, those 4 freaking years of Trump, we've had so many Democratic presidents, but man, that one time everybody just lost their goddamn mind. Well, not everybody, because again, as I have said before and I will say again, he lost the popular vote in 2016. And ordinarily, that would have mean that he lost. But because it's like kind of a fluke, and he didn't expect to win, now we've been dealing with this hell. But if we can push past him here, this is the hope that I'm talking about. Because if Trump manages to be finally dealt with, it would really prove, in my mind, the resiliency of America. And not saying that I still think we should do all those fucking reforms that I've been talking about. Prove the resiliency of America. And for anybody that's thinking, oh, well, maybe we should have a divorce, an American divorce between the red states and the blue states. I was thinking about this recently because I see the Colorado Capitol building relatively frequently. And I was thinking, I'm like, oh, I love Colorado so much, but what is Colorado without being part of America? Nothing. Nothing. So absolutely not. Like, this is still the country in the world where people have... I don't think this country in the world is the best standard of living. All these things, blah, blah, blah. But still where people have the most potential. And where groundbreaking ideas and all these things come from. So, to that I tell you, we're America, damn it. And I'm excited. I'm energized. Hope the people are too. Again, it's just going to come down to those 7 states and those, Maine and Nebraska congressional districts that I mentioned. Because we could use some reforms now we're doing the elections. Seems a little ridiculous to me. But, we're feeling hope. For the first time in a long time. For the first time in forever. Just managed to fill my fucking inventory again. We need like 100 ladders. Okay. Man, this episode's really got away from us, hasn't it? Why do Endermen have to sound like that? Some dude pissed at me? Sure sounds like it. You mad, bro? Goodbye. So, in summary, courageous decision. Suddenly, the future feels brighter than we could have imagined. And I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited now for the election. And I think we might be okay. I'm starting to believe. Hope is a dangerous thing. Don't let people get it. Don't let people get it, because it's the same. People are saying this kind of feels like Obama's first run. After the disastrous Bush era, people felt hope that things could be different, and I think Obama didn't know just how hard the Republicans were going to act to try and stop him. Like, there was like unprecedented levels of racism, essentially, but it's obstruction. Like, the Republicans played dirtier than they'd ever seen before, but now everybody knows exactly what the score is and exactly what we have to do. Like, where was Kamala's first rally? Where the RNC was, in Milwaukee. Smart stuff right there. Especially with how crucial Wisconsin is going to be. Was Wisconsin, in the end of the day, the tipping point state? The tipping point state? Seems new. Let me look this up. Oh my gosh. Okay. Not on my phone, apparently. Thus, Wisconsin was the tipping point state for a Biden victory. There you have it, people. So, we know the score. Which again, unfortunately, means there'll be zero campaigning in Colorado, but they'd be wasting their time, so I get it. Unfortunate, but the necessary truth and reality of the situation. Yeah, so I'm all here for some crazy wine ant energy. Here for it. And look, although she didn't win in 2016, Hillary being a woman was such a huge story. And people are still saying, oh, Kamala Harris is a DEI hire. Yeah, you know who's really going to be a DEI hire? The straight white dude that Kamala Harris hires as vice president, so the straight white dudes don't feel left out. You know, you have to be inclusive to the straight white dudes, so gotta make sure that one of them are on the ticket. Can't be running for president without a straight white dude. So, but you know, Hillary happened, and then Kamala Harris was the vice president, and that seemed normal to everybody. And I honestly think a lot of the, not that it's better, it's just as bad. I think the DI as more people do is the fact that she's like a woman of color. I think there'd be less of that if she was a white woman, which is a sad state of affairs, but a true one, I think. Okay, well, I'm obviously close because I have the beacon powers. Show me the beam! It's just kind of relying on being able to, see the beam! God, the goat horns. That's one thing that... Wait. God, that might be next. But 1.21 stuff might actually be next. Show me the beam! Beam over here. Beam should be going to the fucking moon. Where beam? Scientists think that the beam is merely a social construct. Am I... Oh God, fuck you. Excuse me, oh my God. Fuck this. Why do I hear a zombie? Am I gonna fall into the fucking cave? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Jeez. Yeah. Is he taking full damage? What is happening? Nothing I want to be part of. Holy shit. Yeah, no, I remember this waterfall. We'll make it back. Yeah, WTF beam. Come on, man. Come on. Now the beam shows up. And I got right on top of it. It's like, oh shit, sorry, I was slacking on the job. Sorry, sir. Beam is in place now. It's actually just a lot easier to do this going up. So, whenever I leave here next, we'll do the ladder. The inventory is going to be hell. Just have to accept it. Down we go. And then it would be back at it. Show me the deep slate emerald. Could you imagine? Yeah, but it's, you know, maybe I'll do a lot of this off camera. Maybe this just be a venue for more politics talk. Depends on what's up. But we've hit about our hour timer. We got one item. We got one item. So we're now up to 1264. Where are we at? These articles are getting longer and longer. Oh boy. Okay. The Battle of Makri Plagi. Makraplagi? Constantine Paleogos, half-brother Emperor Michael III, resumes operations against the Principality of Achaia. Byzantines, Greek nobles captured. Greeks versus Turks, okay. Hungarian Civil War begins on December 10th. Some English rebellions. The Battle of Lewes. English rebels led by Simon de Montfort defeat Henry III and Prince Edward at Lewes, making Simon the uncrowned King of England for 15 months. Simon de Montfort. I've never heard of Simon de Montfort. Marches on London, has the support of Londoners, announces all debts owed to the Jews would be cancelled. Okay. In the Mongol Empire, the Toylud Civil War ends. Kublai Khan defeats his brother and pretender to be the title of Great Khan. Pope Urban IV declares the feast of Corpus Christi to be celebrated in the entire Catholic Church, and then he dies. And Thomas Aquinas completes his work, Summa contra Gentiles. Well, a lot of mining in our future, but we have hope. Thanks for watching.